So guys, just gonna give you kind of a little precursor to this video. If you follow the channel and you're familiar with the Black Pearl build, the entire build, this footage is not gonna be anything new. Basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to take the 4, 5, 6 videos that I created throughout the build of the Black Pearl and kind of put them into one long build video. I did this on the Crown Spoyal build. I want to do it for the Black Pearl so somebody that came along could basically watch it start to finish and kind of see the entire process. So if you haven't seen it, or if you want to watch it again, enjoy. If you have seen it, I'll catch you on the next one. You can see I got a little mock-up back here. Gonna give you a little short detailed introduction to this thing maybe tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Guess what? I bought a new project to add to the list of projects. It's a relatively small project. Just getting some tools together and we're gonna go check it out. There's actually a small possibility that you've seen this ride on the channel. It's not a very time intensive project, so I don't plan on it taking away from current projects on the channel. However, it does need a little TLC before I can bring it home, and so that's what we're going to do now, see if we can get this thing running good enough to bring it home. What it is. You know I gotta film for the channel. We add one to the family. Let me throw that thing on. Huh?
Just going to tunnel time.
Let me throw that thing on charge. Right quick.
Yeah. We got time. They don't close for another 45 minutes.
Somebody knows what's up. What did you name this thing?
The Black Pearl.
Black Pearl?
Fire.
I'm gonna have to keep the name the same, right? Do it justice?
You got a name. You got to keep
That's
it.
right, it's like a boat, ain't it?
It is. It's the Black Pearl. And it's fitting.
Hang on. That's right, baby. Another C10. This one's a 69 and it's in way better shape than the purple one was. So it shouldn't take much work, which is good. I don't want to take away from any other projects I'm working on. Just gonna be a shop truck. Probably do some stuff, gonna lower it. Do a couple little odds and ends stuff, but gonna add one to the family.
Hey, Jared Ketterman, I just gave a truck away.
For me, it's perfect, dude, because I don't have time to put into a complete build like I did on the purple one. Great truck. I'm excited about it. Doesn't need a ton of work. Just something to tinker with. Nice shop truck. Maybe even do like a kill fab theme on it. Anyway, it's got a couple little issues. Gotta get sorted out before I can drive it home. So that's what I'm doing here.
puddling up in these compartments right here.
Right. The issue may be that, we'll find out. I really think that's the issue, but.
Well, you know the mechanic that I am.
Well, man, I was up here, I couldn't figure it out either.
Yeah, you just keep pouring gas in it.
It runs.
Put the fuel tank up on top of the carburetor, we'll be alright.
We can get home, you think you can ride home?
Put an IV drip.
Let's get you to ride home right here. You can
We
take,
need a
we'll
rest.
take the hood off and put it in the back.
Like a shop light.
Hey, there's the problem right there.
What?
See that big ass hole?
Yeah.
See, it just comes out right there. So that's your vacuum leak.
I bring the very top of that wheel to about a ½ inch.
You wouldn't put it over it?
No, that's what I'm saying. I would bring this to about right there.
Oh, that low?
Yeah.
It might be possible, but I think it's going to be tough. All right, go ahead and try it.
Here we go.
Okay. Well, I think I found the problem. There's a vacuum leak, but no fuel in the carburetor. Just trying to turn it over, get some fuel up there, and ended up melting one of the wires down, or actually melted the terminal off the top of the battery. So gonna have to wait another day before it comes home. I'll go get a terminal tomorrow and see if we can get it fired up. It is day 2 of the Black Pearl recovery project. Basically yesterday, found the issue on the carburetor. Didn't have any fuel in it though. I needed to turn it over because it's got a manual fuel pump on it, and just overheated one of the wires and the terminal here on the battery. So didn't have one. So day 2, gonna replace that. Got some little bit of starter fluid. Gonna try to get the fuel pump in and see if we can get this thing fired up.
Chips, everybody place your bets. Chicken dinner, no regrets. Mama said he did the best he could. The opposite of what it should be. Grandma girl, call the lawyer. Uncle, hustle got something for you. No one cares, it's all the same. I do this for the love of the game. I'm not Drake, fuck the fame. I keep my money, you can make it rain. And we all take risks, that's my crew. Nobody tells us what to do. We made this happen, never through, we're gone. Hard up times, hard up money. Watch your smile, ain't a damn thing funny, boy. Not a damn thing funny, boy. Cut my teeth, throwing rocks in the street. You might know my name, but you don't know me, boy. No, you don't know these boys. No, you don't.
There she is, the new C10 shop truck project. Definitely gonna put some touches on it of my own. I think the first thing that's gonna happen is a drop spindle, drop spring package. Probably bring it down 4 or 5 inches, and then probably just drive it and leave it alone for a while. But who knows, something to tinker with. This one is nice enough where it's not gonna take up a bunch of the channel's time. I actually think it'll make like a great kill fab clothing company truck, maybe, if we can come up with like a logo scheme or something. So anyway, hope you dig it. Add another one to the project list. Black Pearl. What's up, guys? So I want to work on the C10 a little bit, Black Pearl, and try to get this thing going so I can get out and use it this summer. You know, it's cruising season. I need to be in the truck. I need to be showing it off. May even do like a kill fab thing on it, so definitely will help to get some exposure. Anyway, a couple things I want to do to it. Power brakes, so I'm gonna put a brake booster on it. And it doesn't have any seat belts in it, and I wanted to do some fabrication and add like a 3-point belt, like a modern day belt. It's got modern day seats in it, so I think what's going to end up happening with this truck is it's going to have you know, an old and a new feel to it. Like, I'm going to kind of take that throughout the truck. Modern day seats, I'm going to leave them. Probably a modern day stereo system. At some point we'll probably LS swap the thing. So, you know, old and new. The whole thing's gonna be like that. One of the things I wanted to make sure that it was safe for my family to ride around in, and a 3-point belt will make it safe. These seats in this truck already have like the mounts to mount the belt to the bottom here, and then it has the mount on the inside where it clicks in. The only thing it didn't have, or at least I didn't think it had, was the upper mounts on the pillar here. And I was just gonna fabricate some brackets to go up in there, maybe recess a nut or something for this piece to screw into. And so I just went ahead and ordered the belts, figured I would figure it out later. But to my surprise, these trucks actually did have a mount up here for a 3-point belt. I didn't know that. And it just happens to be the exact same thread size that came on these belts. So should make this a little bit easier. The only thing I'll have to do now is make a mount on the floor for the retractor, which should be pretty easy, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. We've got 3-point belts.
Appealing to see. You won't get out of county cause you're bad and free. You got a new horizon, it's ephemeral style. A melancholy town where we never smile. And all I wanna hear is the message beep. My dreams, they gotta catch me cause I don't get sleep, no. Windmill, windmill for the land. Turn forever hand in hand. Take it all in on your stride. It is sticking for love forever, love is free. Let's turn forever, you and me. Windmill, windmill for the land. Is everybody, yeah.
Taking the seats out is not 100% necessary, I don't guess, for these seat belts. There's a couple little things I want to fix, and taking the seats out is going to make everything else easier. Like I said, I'm going to put power brakes on this thing, so changing the booster, I'm going to have to get up under the dash. The seats are out of here, I can just lay in the floor, get up under there, do everything I need to do. The throttle pedal actually mounts on some floor mounted little ball, and so I'm going to fix those two while I got it out. Basically what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to make a bracket in order to hold this retractor. Now this retractor has to be perfectly vertical, because that's the only way that it'll actually pull out. And then say you're in an accident, it's got a little like cantilever in there, the inertia moves forward, it'll lock it. There's actually a factory bolt here. It looks like it's for a seat belt. It's nice and sturdy. It actually has some reinforcement on the bottom. Just made me a little bracket. Took a little tab on this side. I'll just line everything up, tack it, and then take it over to the bench and TIG weld everything.
just right. It is sticking for me. Love forever, love is free. Let's turn forever, you and me. Windmill for the land. It's everybody, yeah. Don't stop, shit it, get it. Be proud your captain's in it, steady, watch me navigate. Don't stop, shit it, get it. Be proud your captain's in it, steady, watch me navigate. Shake it, shake it, shake it, feel good. Shake it, shake it, shake it, feel good. Shake it, shake it, shake it, feel good. Shake it, shake it, shake it, feel good.
Alright, got a small confession. I've already finished a lot on the truck, and as I do sometimes, I get carried away working and not filming. So, I've actually got a lot done. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you what I've done, even though you won't get to see me do it, catch you up, and then we'll continue. Seats are back in. I got seat belts done. I straightened the carpet. I fixed the gas pedal. See my new seat belts. Safe. So you can see the carpet's straight, and I actually just temporarily have it kind of tucked in. But I bought these little chrome bezel pieces to go in here. They don't look too bad either. I may or may not put those in. Seats are bolted down. It's got these open panels here. This is actually where the belt buckle or the seat belt itself plugs into the seat. Probably going to do some bead rolled aluminum with aircraft rivets or something here to kind of give it a theme. Maybe do like an accent panel here or something, just kind of mix it up a little bit. I like the new belts. They actually have like an old school look to them versus the button being on top. It's on the side, so kind of takes the seats back just a little bit. Same thing on the driver's side. Inside's pretty good. A couple of things I still want to do. Probably gonna change out the steering wheel. This is like a 13-inch steering wheel. Probably go something a little bigger, maybe 14-inch steering wheel. Gonna take out this bezel around the gauges and paint it just to kind of freshen it up. Needs a radio, maybe even like a sub and an amp in the rear. The other thing that I got done was, so this truck didn't have power brakes, had power steering, no power brakes. Wasn't very safe, wasn't working very well. I actually think the master cylinder was bad, and so when I ordered the booster, I just went ahead and ordered a new master cylinder, put everything on. So far so good. It seems like it works pretty well. So there's the new master cylinder. I like how it's all, you know, just raw metal, so I'll probably like shark hide everything and try to leave it like it is, nice and fresh. When I was talking about doing some more aluminum, bead rolled aluminum with maybe aircraft rivets and stuff, I think what I'm gonna do is I'll do it right here on this front piece. So it's got this big open channel. I'll probably make some pieces to go in here that are bead rolled and put some aircraft rivets and stuff in there to kind of spruce them up a little bit and make this part tie in with the cab. May even do some stuff on the firewall, so we'll see. Brakes are done, interior's done, except for the little, few little touches I'm gonna do on the inside. Definitely drivable. So now it's just time to start on the suspension. So for right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a 2-inch drop block in the rear and a 2.5-inch drop spindle up front. I'm gonna see what it looks like after that, kind of see what the tire clearance is like, and then I may actually do a drop spring or maybe airbags or something. So, but I'm not gonna do it right now. Just gonna do these two components and then see what it looks like, see how it drives. Truck does have 22s on it right now. 22s on the shoes! I don't really care for them a whole lot. They're not really bad, but they're not really good either. So my plans are not to buy any wheels and tires right now. I'm gonna try to make these work. It's gonna be an experiment. We'll see. I don't know, I'll just see. Get it lowered first and then move on to the next thing, the next experiment.
There's There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out, and I'll lay your shit bare. See how I leave you with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside of your hand, and you played it to the beat. Baby, I have no story to beat, so but I heard one of you, and I'm gonna make your head burn. Think of me in the depth of your despair. Make a home down there, as my sure won't be shared. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside of your hand, and you played it to the beat. We could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside of your hand, and you played it to the beat. Throw your soul through every open door. Count your blessings to find what you look for. Turn my sorrow into treasure gold. You'll pay me back in time and reap just what you sow.
I'm a nightmare walking, psychopath talking. King of my jungle, just a gangster stalking. Just like a firecracker, quick as my fuse. Determines the cars that I choose. Black or white, it just don't matter. Suckers die for their cars, because it's what matters. Who's old enough to remember that tidbit? Of course, I changed the lyrics a little bit, but the new lyrics just fit me better. So I'm gonna work on the C10 a little bit today. As much as I hate to, I kind of hate the trucks taking up as much time as it is, but you know, I gotta make it right. I just can't leave some of this stuff that's the way it is. So I gotta work on it. I gotta do it. I just can't help myself. I'm gonna C-notch it. May do a little bit of work on the exhaust. I don't want to put a ton of time into the exhaust because I've really got the itch to turbo this thing, do like a turbo blow through setup. And I won't need exhaust, so I don't want to put a ton of time into the exhaust and then me not need it. So I'm just gonna try to fix it a little bit, patch it up. Definitely gonna C-notch this thing the right way. Got some shocks ordered, so those will go on. And just some maintenance stuff, you know. Putting the steps in. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Put your steps in.
I know my work, I know the risk. A sledgehammer's job is to break what it hits. I have my words, both my fists, on my blood. I bleed. change what I do for you.
One of the most important things when working with a plasma cutter is to make sure you have all the proper safety equipment.
I keep my hands strong so I can be soft to you all my life. I live for you. It's only a matter of time until I'm covered with gold, but I know it's uphill for now. But I'm unbreakable. I'm holding on. What's gone is gone. I might bend, but I won't break, 'cause I'm unbreakable. I'm unbreakable. I go like the world is watching and everybody's judging me. But the one thing I tell myself to get through is nobody does it like me. I go like the world is watching and everybody's judging me. But the one thing I tell myself to get through is nobody does it like me. I'm unbreakable. I'm holding on. What's gone is gone. I might bend, but I won't break, 'cause I'm unbreakable. I'm holding on. What's gone is gone. I might bend, but I won't break, 'cause I'm unbreakable. 'Cause I'm unbreakable. I might bend, but I won't break. It's only a matter of time until I'm covered with gold, but I know it's uphill for now. But I'm unbreakable. I'm holding on. What's gone is gone. I might bend, but I won't break, 'cause I'm unbreakable. I'm unbreakable. It's only a matter of time until I'm covered with gold, but I know it's uphill for now. But I'm unbreakable. I'm holding on. What's gone is gone. I might bend, but I won't break, 'cause I'm unbreakable. I'm unbreakable. I go like the world is watching and everybody's judging me. But the one thing I tell myself to get through is nobody does it like me. I go like the world is watching and everybody's judging me. But the one thing I tell myself to get through is nobody does it like me. I'm unbreakable. I'm holding on. What's gone is gone. I might bend, but I won't break.
now have a transparent frame rail. Steps, baby. Put in your steps. Alright. Now it's just time to replace what we cut out. So I got the frame rails nice and C-notched. Basically all I'm going to do is just take some steel and just come back in here and replace what I've cut out and re-strengthen this frame rail.
We about to turn it on.
Alright guys, bid's on the truck, making progress. I'm ready for this thing to be out of the shop. I got a hell of a mess out here. I'm ready to drive it. So I'm getting close now. Only thing I really have to do is change proportioning valve on the brakes. Everything else is pretty much done. There's a couple little cosmetic things I want to do. So this morning I'm gonna clean up the shop a little bit because it's a damn mess. And then I'm gonna try to make some filler panels for those seats. Now it's time to start on the filler panel for the seat. First thing I'm gonna do, cardboard template. Alright, so this is the piece that I want to fill right here. And what I'm probably gonna do is just make a piece of aluminum, do some bead rolling on it, may incorporate some carbon fiber within this design here. And then I'm actually going to take this, as long as I like it, and transfer it throughout the truck. So we're going to do some stuff up front, under the hood, maybe redo the wheel wells in the bed, just kind of mix it up throughout the whole truck. I kind of want like an old school and a new school mix. And so we're going to start right here. Alright guys, pretty simple. Pattern. Luckily this pattern works on both sides, so I've got it marked driver's side, passenger side. Now I'm just going to kind of lay out the design on this piece here until I got it the way I want it. Then we'll cut the aluminum, bead roll, some aircraft rivets, maybe some carbon fiber, I don't know. We'll figure it out. This is actually a really good project, a really easy project. This is a project that you guys can do with some simple tools other than the bead roller. The bead roller is probably your most expensive tool, but everything else that you see me using today, I've either done a Friday video on or I've talked about it in one of my videos, and they're all relatively cheap, so y'all make this happen. Make it happen, Captain. Alright, got it bead rolled, at least the passenger side. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the passenger side before I start on the driver's side, just to make sure there's not anything I want to change. I did change my mind a little bit, not gonna do the aircraft rivets. I've decided instead to do stainless hardware and gonna use riv nuts in the seat. So these panels can be unscrewed and taken off and put back on just with stainless hardware. So, now I just gotta lay out the bolt pattern. Transfer that over to the seats, drill the holes, put in the riv nuts, and then should be pretty much done. Just scuff this thing up, make it look pretty. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this project. With just very few tools, you can make some pretty cool panels, do some pretty cool things, really give your project a custom look. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this thing yet. Right now I've just got the Clecos in here holding it. I kind of like the look of the Clecos. You know, partially finished. Kind of gives you that fabrication feel. But we'll probably use a nutsert and then screw it. But I want to kind of scuff these a little more and maybe shark hide them or clear coat them or something. The only issue that I see I might have is that this floor piece here is a little shiny and it doesn't really match, so I may actually scuff these too. I like the brushed look a little more than the chrome look, so I don't know, stay tuned. Obviously we'll be doing more on this truck. We'll do some more panels just like these up front. May actually at some point do some wheel well covers in the rear, all aluminum, bead rolled. So anyway, stay tuned, and this thing's about done. Back on the Grey Goose. Alright, I'm back. Taking the trash off is one of those things that just a little getaway. What are you doing? I thought she was painting. I thought she was painting.
I can't paint with him around.
You ready to go? So here's the deal. I've been wanting to build some filler panels for the truck. If you've been watching the channel, I made some aluminum bead roll panels for the seats a while back. That's kind of just the start. I want to kind of carry that theme throughout the whole truck. So most likely in the end, if I get to it, I'll do like all aluminum rear wheel wells in the bed, aircraft rivets, some bead roll, same thing under the hood. And I also want to make some filler panels for so I've taken the inner wheel wells out for now. I don't know if I'm gonna change wheels and tires or what, but these rubbed on the inner wheel wells, and so I've took them out for the time being so I can drive it. May end up doing like custom aluminum ones, bead rolled and you know, aircraft rivets and whatever to kind of tie the rest of the theme of the truck in. But I know for a fact I want to make some filler panels that go right here. Go in right there. So the metal supermarkets contacted me. If you're familiar with the metal supermarkets, they've got like 75 locations all across the US. They specialize in cut to size metal. So for like just the average Joe that's working in their home shop, if you just need certain things, you can go to them. They'll cut it to size. You buy just what you need. Pretty easy and convenient. Anyway, they contacted me and said, hey, we want to sponsor the channel. You know, can we do something together? And I said, yeah, you know, I got this truck that I want to put a bunch of aluminum panels in. If you guys want to you know, donate a sheet of aluminum to me, I could definitely use it for that. And so that's what we did. Anyway, like I said, it's pretty painless. Go check them out. Metal supermarkets. You can look at them online to see all their locations. Like I said, I think they got 75 locations throughout the US. I'm sure there's probably one near you. Let's do this.
When the sun rises, I wake up and chase my dreams. I won't regret when the sun sets, 'cause I live my life like I'm a beast. You gotta know what you wanna do. You gotta dedicate yourself to it. You gotta wake up thinking about it. Go to work thinking about it. Go to bed thinking about it. You gotta dream about it. I put my life on this. Hand to God, other hand on my chest. I like these odds. I don't play by the rules. No one does. I butter both sides of my toast, slow pump, just because. You chase the golden arrow and watch the archers mark up in the sky. Don't think these simple favors will let you backtrack straight to simple times. You gotta know, like you know gravity, that this is what's gonna happen in your life. First it's a dream, then never say die. Never let my heart see better than my eyes. Put my feet on the edge, 1,000-foot drop. That's how it feels when you're looking down from the top.
Last words don't turn men to hell, fighting bloodthirsty demons overnight. It takes a generation of square-jawed hammerheads that hang these city lights.
And I'm not saying it's easy. You gotta work for this. You gotta be persistent. You gotta be dedicated. But why shouldn't it be that way? If your life's gonna be better than everybody else's.
Hard up times, hard up money. Watch your smile, ain't a damn thing funny, boy. Not a damn thing funny, boy. Cut my teeth, throwing rocks in the street. You might know my name, but you don't know me, boy. No, you don't know these boys. No, you don't.
No more time, no more chips. Everybody place your bets. Chicken dinner, no regrets. Mama said he did the best he could. The opposite of what he should be. Grandma girl, called a lawyer. Uncle hustle got something for you. No one cares, it's all the same. I do this for the love of the game. I'm not Drake, fuck the fame. I keep my money, you can make it rain. And we all take risks, that's my crew. Nobody tells us what to do. We made this happen, never through, we're gone. Killer.
Hard up times, hard up money. Watch your smile, ain't a damn thing funny, boy. Not a damn thing funny, boy. Cut my teeth, throwing rocks in the street. You might know my name, but you don't know me, boy. No, you don't know these boys. No, you don't.
I got the panels fit. Just trimmed them up till I got them to fit like I wanted to. And I just drew the sections that I wanted to be rolled on the panels. Put it back in the truck just to make sure that the look was there that I wanted. Now I just got to bead roll them up. And we'll scuff them, probably coat them with a nice coat of shark hide. This thing's turned out pretty sick. Probably have to scuff and maybe recoat again. Just a couple little blims, but other than that, they turned out really nice, and they match the seat exactly. I don't know if you haven't seen the ones that I made for the seat a while back. So there's the seats. All right, guys. Gonna take a break from the Grey Goose build, work on the C10. There's a couple little things that I want to fix. I mentioned in yesterday's video, kind of want to get this thing not perfect, but squared away in time for spring so I can use it this summer. Much more than I used it last year. The main thing is the fuel pump. So it's got a mechanical fuel pump up front. Problem is that it's got a relocated gas tank, and it's relocated all the way to the rear, and those mechanical pumps aren't really made to pull fuel that far. So got electric fuel pump I'm going to put in there. Also going to put the proper relay for the fuel pump, one that will only turn the pump on when the truck is running, and it has the prime feature, which is the way that you're supposed to do it. If you had this thing set up to where when you turn the switch on, the fuel pump comes on. If you're ever in an accident and the switch was still in the on position and you couldn't turn it off, it would just continually pump fuel out. And if there's a fire, that could be an issue. The actual relay that I've got senses tack signal, so if the engine were to quit, it will actually shut the pump off as well. I think it's got like a 3-second prime when you first turn the key on, which is what you want. So I'm gonna do that. There's some things under the hood last winter, I guess. Put power brakes on this thing, and I tried to coat the factory metal with like a protectant in hopes that it would stay looking original and not have to paint it. It didn't work. It ended up rusting, so I'm gonna paint that, and then I'm kind of considering maybe painting this aluminum too, black. I think it's just gonna be hard to keep it nice and clean like I want it. If I just paint it black, I think it'll be good to go. It still have that custom look, but won't necessarily have to be clean and stuff all the time. So anyway, that's the deal. I actually want to bring the truck down another inch or two. So while I got it in here, I'm going to be kind of looking at my possibilities as far as doing that. If I could bring it down an inch or two and then maybe bring the front wheels in maybe half to an inch would be perfect. Just for clearances when I'm turning and stuff like that. So I'm going to be looking to see if I can't figure out a way to maybe do that. That's it. Black Pearl. Get on it. Great tip when painting, just get you some old bath towels and cover everything up except for what you want to paint. It's quick, easy. Just make sure that they're old bath towels. I don't want the lady in your life to be mad at me. Listen, don't be afraid to spray bomb stuff. I think spray cans and spray painting out of a can gets a bad rap. But, I mean, for 99% of us, a high-end paint job on your master cylinder and booster pump is not really something that you normally do. So don't be afraid to spray paint it. Just take your time, use some good spray paint, and you want a finish that looks like it was professionally done. If you get that, that's all that matters.
I am careless and I'm lost, 'cause she's left me with eyes far too lost. I have stumbled, crawled far ahead, 'cause in my mind don't want to need her instead. When I see her, my heart feels like a sinking stone. I know I need her. I'm not sure if she's coming home. All alone, I'm not sure if she's coming home. All alone, I'm not sure if she's coming home. Now, in the dark I wait for the moment to slip and slide away. I feel bad, bad to my bones, left here waiting like a fool that's too far gone. When I see her, my heart feels like a sinking stone. I know I need her. I'm not sure if she's coming home. All alone, I'm not sure if she's coming home. All alone, and my heart's like a sinking stone. I'm a man, just can't hide. She's still on my mind, like the dark covers night. When I see her, my heart feels like a sinking stone. I know I need her. I'm not sure if she's coming home. And my heart's like a sinking stone. All alone, I'm not sure if she's coming home. All alone, it feels like a sinking stone. My baby, my heart's like a sinking stone.
You always got to go for a test drive as you work on your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I got a lot done. Gauge bezel's in, looks good. Replaced some of the bulbs in it, got those working. Fuel pump is in, electric fuel pump, and using the proper fuel pump relay. So it's got like a 3-second prime when you turn the key on, and it'll automatically shut off if the car's not running. And then, you know, so once you crank it up, it senses a tach signal, will allow the pump to run, and that should fix a lot of my problems. And it'll let me have room to expand on this engine. I mean, the engine that's in it needs to be replaced, and so now that I've got an electric fuel pump in it that's a good pump, you know, I can kind of hot rod the motor just a little bit and not have to worry about it not having enough fuel.
Boy, we gotta lose. We gotta lose.
What is it, Weber? You want to do this video with me? You want to do it? What you got to say? Come here. Sit. What you got to say right here? Look right here. Tell him. So this weekend, me and my buddy G, we headed to a cruise-in, kind of a unique cruise-in over in Greenville, like an hour ride. We took the Black Pearl, and he's got a GMC. It actually ended up being a great turnout over there. A lot of cool cars, very cool place. So like this barber shop was putting it on, very cool place. Saw some really nice stuff. Actually met a guy named Ryan that lives right in Greenville that builds these really nice vehicles. He had a 51, 52 Chevy truck over there, supercharged, air ride, really nice interior, really nice under the hood. And talked to him a good bit. Gonna actually try to get some filmed footage of his builds and what he does on the channel, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, long story short, over there the Black Pearl, and it just makes me want to kind of get this thing a little bit cleaner for cruising season. Obviously it needs some paint. I'm gonna make that happen. But I wanted to finish up some of the sheet metal stuff too, so itching to try the new Breakout. Decided today I was gonna make a new panel for this thing.
If it's hard, then I know it's working. These sleepless nights, I know they're worth it. Cause I got a dream, I got a purpose. I got a purpose. I got a purpose.
Can't behave. I got options. I went too far, and I'm not done. One more time. One more time. One more time. I'm greedy and I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop.
If it's free, it won't be worth it. And if it's easy, I don't deserve it. I want it to last, so I gotta earn it. I gotta earn it. I gotta earn it.
Can't behave. I got options. I went too far, and I'm not done. One more time. One more time. One more time. I'm greedy and I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop.
Never. 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 Never.
I'm never gonna stop. 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 I'm never gonna stop.
Now, as always, when doing these builds, you find yourself having a really good idea, and then halfway through it, it's just not going to work out like you thought it was going to work out. Well, that's kind of what happened on this thing. So originally, the plate was going to go all the way across the radiator and down to the fenders. Couldn't find a really good, clean way to do it. Actually had it on top of the radiator mounts to begin with. Didn't like that. Ended up shorting the thing and bringing it down on top of the radiator itself. It looks pretty good for now. What I'll end up doing is later on, I'll create some new panels and tie those together with probably some aircraft rivets or something, just to kind of give it that look that I want in multiple panels instead of trying to do it all in one. So I coated the new panel with some of Eastwood's Diamond Gloss Clear. This stuff's awesome for bare metal. I actually went through and coated all the previous panels that I've made already. I like the gloss look on this particular one. I've also got some of their satin stuff and I like it as well. The gloss really fits. I think the satin of the paint versus the gloss of the raw aluminum just has a good look to it. Traditionally, I've always used shark hide in the past. Probably gonna make the switch to this stuff. It seems like it's really durable. It dries extremely fast and it looks really good. I think I'll be ordering like cases of that stuff. Anyway, there you go, guys. Yet another panel for the Black Pearl. One panel at a time. I know I should have been working on the Goose. The problem with the Goose is the stuff that I'm doing on that right now is not really interesting. It's not film worthy. So I like to throw these little short builds together to give you guys something to watch while I'm working on the Goose, trying to get it ready to crank. Plus, I know some of you guys like the C10. Some of you guys came to the channel because of the C10. Either this one or the Crown Spoyal. But that's why you came here, so I'm trying to feed you some C10 content too. For you Mustang guys, I'll be back over there. Alright guys, that's all I got for you today. See, a little quote. Got a good one. So, when I was over at Jeb's place last week, he had a little quote that he said. I don't think it was his. I'm not sure where it came from. But it went something like, everybody wants to be a gangster, but nobody wants to do gangster shit. That is an awesome quote because it's true. Everybody wants to be a gangster. Everybody wants to be, you know, the best welder, the best sheet metal guy, have the best rides, have the best videos, have the best everything, right? The most money. Everybody wants to be a gangster. But very few want to do the things that it takes to be a gangster. Everybody wants to be a gangster, but nobody wants to do gangster shit. There you go, guys. Go get yours. It's gonna take some work. But if you want to be a gangster, you gotta do the gangster shit. Good quote to get you going. That's all I got for you. Go do work, son.